So this person here says 16-inch softball, question mark. How do you even throw that bad boy? Very, very carefully. Very, very carefully. For those of you who are uninitiated with Chicago 16-inch softball, it's been pretty much the rage here for my entire lifetime. I know when I was just a wee youth, my father and my mother played in 16-inch softball leagues, beer leagues. Sometimes there was a keg on first and third. You got to the base, you had to slam a beer. Sometimes. Other times they actually took it seriously. But for those of you who don't know what 16-inch softball is, here.
Would you catch this right off the bat? And more importantly, would you do it every Monday for fun? We do. Let's talk about Chicago 16-inch softball. The power plant had won it. 16-inch softball is a beloved yet mystifying part of our civic identity. It's a game played by barflies and world-class athletes alike. Softball itself was invented at the Farragut Club on the south side on Thanksgiving Day, 1887. The teams used a curled-up boxing glove and a broomstick, and the first game ended 41-40. And we haven't stopped ever since. Not long after its invention, softball became a full-on mania around here. The ball's big. Anyone can hit it. Most people can catch it. You can play all year round, even in the winter months. In fact, the first game was held in the auditorium. The very next year, the Windy City Softball League, it gave the game its first professional circuit. Moose Scowron, Lou Boudreau, and the Cubs' own 1945 National League MVP, Phil Cavaretta, all got their start with the 16-inch ball. At a low moment, the game almost disappeared entirely in the 60s due to, depending on who you talk to, Little League Baseball, television, or suburbanization. And yet the game never disappeared entirely, because it's always been beloved by a certain type of Chicagoan. The guy who looks like a non-speaking cop extra in a Michael Mann movie. The woman at the bar who doesn't flinch with that first shot of Malort. Your crazy neighbor who holds the M80 with the lit fuse until the last possible second on the 4th of July. Pulitzer-winning columnist Mike Royko, ardent devotee of the game, and he once played an entire softball game with a broken ankle. And he didn't know it at the time because he didn't get x-rays until the next day. He stayed in the game. And the lo-fi brutality of the game, it isn't a bug, it's a feature. And yes, a clincher, fresh out of the box, will absolutely sting for the first couple innings before it softens up. But we've found that between a perfect summer day in the park, sneaking a few beers, and being loud with your most daring and closest friends, it's always been worth the risk to our digits. And hey, if you're out of town sometime and you shake hands with a new acquaintance and they've got just the right angle of broken pinky, well, you know you've met a Chicagoan.
Without question, both of my parents jacked up their fingers playing the game, and usually it's the pinky. You go down to catch the ball, or you go up to catch the ball, and you hit it the wrong way, and it'll bend your pinky the wrong way, and then you're walking around, not able to wear a pinky ring the rest of your life. Watch this.
Pop shortstop 16-inch softball.
You underhand pitch it.
Go on.
Everything's bare hand. This is going on in the city of Chicago and in the suburbs throughout the summer. Just adults forming leagues like this and playing 16. Usually well lubricated. There it is. That's the game. Damn near anybody can play. And damn near anybody did. It's something I grew up with, right? My dad liked the bowl, but he was never really I didn't ever remember him hanging out at the bowling alley. At the softball fields? Oh yeah. Absolutely. I remember hanging out at the softball fields for hours when we weren't drag racing, because that's what he liked to do back in the day, obviously, but race the cars. But yeah, 16-inch softball, integral part of Chicagoland area's youth and adulthood.